Peace and assalamu alaikum. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV, and we back with another video. So allow me to start this video off with an introduction, and we'll begin.
I still see your shadows in my room. I can't take back the love that I give you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Easier said than done, I thought you would.
Peace and assalamu alaikum. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV, and I wanted to do this quick and short video for those who think it is a popular thing to ask the question, what has the Nation of Islam done for black people? And I will make this short and plain. To all the Negroes who are just expecting handouts, okay? And those who think the Nation of Islam hasn't done anything for black people because we haven't gave any handouts. Okay? And that's not the purpose of the Nation of Islam. We don't promote lazy grown men and women who are just looking for handouts and welfare. We are teaching black people to have self-determination, to be self-independent, okay? Not depend on someone who can do for you what you can do for yourself. Yes, the Nation of Islam has and do provide jobs for many brothers and sisters. And just because some of you may not heard about it doesn't mean it doesn't happen and it has never existed. See, we don't just make beggars out of our people. We say, no, if you are a man, you gotta work. And if you are a sister, and if you choose to work, then we will not stop you. We will support you. You know, we've had many LOCs, local organized committees, on how we can create jobs for black people. Whether we get city contracts to where we have businesses, because in the black communities, in many of these cities, they have money just sitting to the side, okay? And they have contracts that you can bid on. Right? The money just sitting there, and if you are in a certain field or have a certain trade, you can bid for these contracts to where you are able to provide jobs for your people. And the Nation of Islam has been doing this stuff. See? We go into the prisons and we reform our people, our brothers and sisters. We go into the homeless shelters. We go to schools and universities trying to teach our people a better way of life. See, but you just want the Nation of Islam to give you the fish and say, look, they ain't did nothing for black people. But see, when you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But when you teach him how to fish, you can feed him for the rest of your life. So don't sit up here with your handout, looking for a handout, and when you see that the Nation of Islam ain't giving handouts, you want to run to social media and say that the Nation of Islam ain't doing nothing for black people. Wrong. And your mentality is wrong and is backwards. See? But the Nation of Islam has excelled many of other black so-called organizations. But don't sit up here and lie on the nation to say that we ain't did nothing for black people just because we ain't giving out reparations, when it wasn't the Nation of Islam that enslaved you, put you on slave ships, you know what I mean, stripped you of your name, of your names, your religion, your culture, your God. It wasn't the Nation of Islam that has done this to you. It was your 400-plus-year-old enemy that has done this to you. So if you're looking for a handout from anybody, which we don't recommend receiving handouts, but if you're going to look for a handout for anybody, let it be the enemy and not your own brothers and sisters who come from the mud just like you come from the mud. So this is your brother Malcolm Flex TV. I wanted to do this video for those Negroes who are looking for handouts and claiming that the Nation of Islam hasn't done anything for black people because we're not giving handouts, but instead we are teaching our people to do for self and have self-determination, to be independent, okay, and to pool our resources and buy black. Because the information is key. So this is your brother Malcolm Flex TV, and we will end this video on that note. Peace and assalamu alaikum.
I still see your shadows in my room.